A friend's secret. I still remember the first time I met Lena. She had a warm smile and soft brown eyes that seemed to understand everything without words. We were both young, full of dreams, and curious about life. Every afternoon we met at the park near our college, walking for hours while talking about our future, our fears, and the little things that made us laugh. She loved music. There was always a tune on her lips. I loved books and often told her stories from my favorite novels. Somehow, we balanced each other perfectly. Those were the happiest days of my life. But then there was Daniel, my best friend since childhood. We grew up together, shared everything, and trusted each other completely. Or at least, I thought I did. Daniel was charming, funny, and always around. At first, it felt good to have him and Lena get along. I believed that friendship could only grow stronger when people I cared about became friends too. But I was wrong. Slowly, I began to notice things I hadn't seen before. Daniel often joked about me in front of Lena. "He forgets everything," he would say with a laugh, or, "He's terrible at making decisions." It seemed harmless at first, just friendly teasing, and Lena would laugh. But sometimes I caught her thinking, her smile fading for just a moment. I brushed it off, trusting Daniel completely. One weekend, we planned to go to the lake, a place we all loved. I arrived early, expecting to see Lena, but she wasn't there. Instead, Daniel was waiting, looking strangely serious. "Lena's upset with you," he said. My heart sank. "Why?" I asked. He shrugged casually. "She feels like you don't really listen to her." I was confused. I always listened. We talked every day. But something about the way he said it made me doubt myself. When I finally met Lena the next day, she was distant. She didn't smile the way she used to. Her voice was quiet, and she looked at her phone more than at me. Every time I tried to ask what was wrong, she just said, "Nothing." But I could feel something slipping away, even if I didn't understand why. Days passed, the laughter between us faded, her replies became shorter, colder. Meanwhile, Daniel was always there, talking to her, comforting her, telling me to give her space. "She just needs time," he said, his voice calm and kind. I wanted to believe him, but deep down, something didn't feel right. Then one evening, Lena sent me a message that shattered my heart. "I think we should take a break," she wrote. I stared at the screen, reading the words over and over, hoping I had misunderstood. But the truth was clear. I wanted to ask why, to tell her that I cared, that I would fix whatever went wrong. But I couldn't find the words. The next day, I met Daniel. He looked at me with a sad expression. "I'm sorry, man," he said softly. "Maybe Lena just needs something different." His words cut through me like glass. I wanted to believe him, but a quiet voice inside me whispered that he knew more than he was saying. I tried to move on, but the pain stayed. Every place reminded me of her. The park, the songs she hummed, the bench where we once sat together. One afternoon, I saw them, Daniel and Lena, sitting close on that same bench, speaking in low voices. She looked sad. He looked serious. For a moment, I wanted to go to them, to ask what was happening. But I stopped myself. I told myself that Daniel was just being a good friend. I wish I hadn't. That night, I couldn't sleep. Memories played in my mind like broken film. Every word, every smile, every laugh now felt different. Slowly, painfully, the truth began to form. Daniel hadn't been helping me. He had been helping himself. He had been turning Lena against me, one small joke, one small doubt at a time, until she believed that I was the problem. I wanted proof, something to show her, but I had none. All I had were words, and I knew she wouldn't believe them anymore. So, I waited. I watched. I started to see the pattern. Every time she looked sad, Daniel was the first to comfort her. Every time I tried to reach out, he told me to give her space. He had built a wall between us, and I had helped him build it without even knowing. One afternoon, I walked into the cafe where we all used to hang out. They were there again, sitting together. I sat nearby, pretending not to notice. Daniel's voice was low, but I heard enough. "He never really understood you," he said softly. "You deserve someone who listens, who really cares." My hands trembled with anger. That was the moment everything became clear. I stood up and walked toward them. Lena looked startled. Daniel's smile disappeared for a second. "Lena," I said, "can I ask you something?" She nodded nervously. "Did I ever make you feel like I didn't care?" Before she could answer, Daniel interrupted. "Come on, man, don't do this here." But I ignored him. "Think about it," I told her. "Every time you started doubting me, who was there telling you I was wrong? Who made you feel that way?" For the first time, Lena hesitated. I could see it, the confusion, the flicker of realization. She turned to Daniel. "Tom, is that true?" she asked quietly. He looked away, his confidence fading. "I was just trying to help," he muttered, but his voice was weak. The silence between us said everything. Lena stood up. "I need time," she whispered. "I need to think." She walked away, leaving both of us sitting there. I watched her go, feeling both relief and sadness. I had finally told the truth, but I didn't know if it was enough. Daniel didn't speak. He just sat there, staring at the floor, his face pale. For the first time, I saw guilt in his eyes. Maybe he realized what he had done. Maybe not. But I knew one thing. I was done letting others control my story. Days passed, and Lena didn't call. Maybe she needed time to see the truth, or maybe she was gone forever. But I wasn't angry anymore. I had lost her, but I had found something more important. The truth about friendship and trust. Some people wear the mask of a friend, but behind that mask, envy grows quietly. And sometimes, it's not strangers who hurt you the most. It's the ones you believed would never do it.